Me and Frida wrote a track together.
Got me all wrong. You don't know me at all.
And I pitched it down.
I think you don't know.
The process of spending 10 years of my life intensely doing music and practicing, and then spending a few years of my life doing engineering, the musicianship and the engineering combined is what a producer is. So I kind of, by mistake, just did all the training. I inevitably end up spending most of my day sat here on the screen and flicking through sounds, putting parts down, muting them, putting another part down, muting it, muting everything, starting from scratch again, and just trying to land on that version of the song that feels really correct. I grew up literally like down the road in North London. So this spot I'm at here is the carpet shop because we are underneath an actual carpet shop. Usually my sessions will start around 1 o'clock. I'm in here, I'll usually get in a little bit before. If I'm lucky, I'll figure out some chords or something that will be like a seed that I can use for the day. I'll set up a few mics on the drums, make sure the drum sound is working, get the piano mic set up, maybe do a couple of channel strips of a few synths and have everything live. And the way I've got the studio set up now is really streamlined so that I can have pretty much everything in the whole room on and recording. The job of a producer is not only about making music, it's about being their best friend for the day. I'm always listening out for like what part of their voice I like the most. And when we're writing, I always say like, I love the upper part of your voice, like that's where the hook should be. So on bass is Stuart Zender from Jamiroquai. He came down and honestly, this was just a little idea I started and I just got him to play bass on it. I didn't really think anything of it. But then when he left, he did 3 takes through and I couldn't pick a take. They were all so good. We've actually got 2 takes that are interacting with each other. So there's certain moments in the take where you couldn't actually play it. You know, you listen to it, how's he playing that? Like, there's so much going on. He's like up at the top of the neck and down the bottom. But the way they interact, I sort of chopped them to interact. Yeah, the editing process is a massive part of it. There was so much gold in there, but there was a lot going on. So the editing makes it like just the perfect amount, not too little, not too much. I'm always sort of focused on that. Make something special, but not so busy that it's like distracting. So this is like essentially just overflow. Cowbells, shakers. I like unconventional percussion. This is panko breadcrumbs. I just needed a desk that wasn't a giant chunky piece of wood that took up half the room. So I found this desk that's 1 meter wide and it actually is a standing desk. So I press that, it comes up. And I also loved that this desk was on wheels because for years when I record drums on my own, I get frustrated that I record and then I run over here to edit and then I record and run back. So I thought, what if I can just bring the desk to me? So when I record drums, I just do that. And it's actually quite cool sometimes to work with someone if they're sat on the sofa. You just change the whole shape of the room by moving the desk. It's quite like unconventional. This piano has a bit of a backstory. This my parents bought, I think, at the end of the 80s before I was born. And it was, in the living room at the house that I grew up on. So I guess it was probably the first instrument I ever touched. And when I was 21, I said to my parents, don't even consider giving me a birthday present. I'm just getting the piano removed and taken to my studio. And they said, that's fine. And then before they knew it, like 2-3 years down the line, we were like in the car listening to the radio and I was like, listen, Mum, it's the piano.